Yes, of course. I have already started recommending. But how many people will actually sign up to paying a hefty amount? Because see, like me, they will also be skeptical, right? Even with 20 years, 30 years of experience, also Priyanka, like they want things to happen for free. They fail to understand that things are not like how we switched our jobs 10 years or 5 years down the line. It's not the same anymore, because there the screening used to happen by a human. Now it is no more happening by a human. So that people are trying to not able to understand. It was horrible, actually. As I told you, I had tried whatever, whoever suggested whatever, measures. I did try that, but nothing was seemed to be working. To be frank, like even the referrals for that matter, because not through LinkedIn referrals. I was just trying to, go with the older ways. Whom I had already previously worked with and acquaintances and things like that. So it was like, yeah, you send the CV, we'll see. Nothing was progressing. And now I took even that fast forward paid service, nothing worked. Not a single call, not a single call I received, and nothing was working. It was very frustrating. You saw that, right? Because I had already quit since I had a 90 days of notice period. I thought, 90 days, nobody would wait for 90 days. So I thought I'll quit and then, I'll search. But then towards the end of third month also, I didn't get a single call. And that is when I decided to go with the next job. I attended that free webinar, and I was literally very skeptical, to be honest, because first of all the charges were high, because out there whoever is there, giving similar kind of services, I compared, and this seemed to be pretty high to me. But then nobody had given that 90 days of guaranteed, or at least the interview calls and things like that. Of course, even this person, this also, like, nobody can guarantee you anything in 90 days unless you put that effort. That is understood. But at least nobody was claiming that will at least get you to the interview phase. That itself was a challenge, because I was confident that if I get a call, I'll make it. But getting that call itself was a huge, humongous task. I mean, I was literally very skeptical. In fact, I spoke to him, the marketing guy whom I connected, like, how will you guarantee? Because I have been trying it for the last 6 months rigorously, not a single call. Then how can you ensure? Because nothing is going to change in the next 90 days. My skill set won't change. My status won't change, my package won't change, nothing changes. Then how can you guarantee that? So, but when I spoke, listened to your major Richard Signa's thing, I thought that they're not talking in air. I think there's a strategic, program behind that. And also, as you see, I have been, like, from day one, I have, like, fully involved, and I put my effort, and I wanted to ensure I give my best shot, and it really worked. So I'm glad, it both way it worked. It was, I think it was, because I was trying to, explore many such webinars. There are multiple such in the first one I went with Naukri Fast Forward paid resume service. So that didn't work. And then I think while going through social media, not in LinkedIn, I think it was in FB, like, some ads were coming in when I was going through some proper thing. This stuck to me because, first of all, because it started with Major Richik Sinha. Some credibility you'll get. I mean, because there's so many coaches out there, right, who claim that just pay 295 and we'll get you there and all. Because I had tried all those things, nothing had worked. So when I attended this 1 hour webinar, and he told, like, don't click apply on LinkedIn, that will not land you anywhere. I was like, what is this? I mean, I've been doing that for the last, and I have not got a single call. And he is now telling me not click on apply in LinkedIn. So then there should be some strategy, because then I thought, okay, let me give a try. So after attending that webinar where he spoke about what mistakes we are doing and how they have a program to fix all those things, and that ATS score, right? I mean, so far I was doing all wrong things only. Like, one resume, applied for any job description. I was not going through the JD, no keywords and all, because I thought, like, it's a huge, tedious task to modify for each, because daily we were applying 10 to 15 jobs, and I did not have time to modify that. I mean, your system, you have a system where it makes life easier, but otherwise if you have to do it manually, it's a huge task.
Correct.
So I think then I thought, okay, let me give a try. I think the initial sheet that we prepared, right, the car statement and all those things, before even we went to that resume bidding, I think that was pretty well thought about it, because right, I never went back to my 20 years of service to recall, okay, what statement should get into the resume. Like last 2 3 not even 2 3, like like last 1 or 2 years only I was concentrating, because I thought maybe that is the thing that will fetch me the next job. But I think this overall thing that really helped. And I know I took a time to build that, and I was also like, Are who will remember and all those things. But then when you gave those prompts, right, for that also you guys have that like, oh, you give some things and then it'll, I mean, we have everything in that, but it was not documented. Now I'm going to ensure that next thing in the next my job also, whatever I do, I'm going to capture that in that sheet only, so that the next time when I'm doing, I don't have to redo this exercise. So now I have got that trick. I think that was very essential, because that covered over the last 20 years. I would have covered so many skills and so many problem solving, negotiation, but I was not able to map which one to which, right? But that entire exercise was very useful. I think everyone should do that. Yeah, I think job search strategy, it made me feel, it made me come out of my comfort zone, to be honest, right? I mean, people whom you don't know, you're still trying to reach them and ask for a referral, which is like very very uncommon thing. Especially I had not done that in the last 20 years, to be honest. Like, we already only reach out to people whom I know personally, right? But this, like, whatever I have landed now, the job, this happened through unknown people whom I had not even seen, met. It was just through that one thing that we sent with whatever the text you guys gave, and that really works. I mean, to be honest, I didn't have any gut feeling that, okay, do you think they'll respond back? I mean, everyone is busy, right? We understand, because even when I was working in many people reach out to us, hey, can you please refer and all, and we do refer also. But then I wasn't sure, someone would actually take some time to do that and all, and it would really work also. I think whoever I, wherever I, like, 2 3 people who I contacted, everyone responded positively that, hey, yeah, we will refer, kind of thing. So that was amazing. I never thought that it would work in the real world, but it really works. It makes me feel, like, come out of the comfort zone. Say, now I can reach out to anyone in LinkedIn. I have got that confidence now.
Great.
Let it be a leader, let it be a junior. I don't have any hesitations now. I had that when you asked me, you have to send 200 connections. Oh my God, how am I going to send? Like, what will they think? What if, it was a very awkward situation. You having 20 years of experience, reaching out to people for a job. It was very awkward, to be honest. But then I think everyone does that. In fact, I also get so many, such messages nowadays. I think many people are joining NxtJob.ai. I think it was like 16 to 17%. It was close to 18% hike, right, from my base, previous offer. And when we did that exercise, right, I had gone to that salary mapping exercise also, like average salary. You have a tool for that, right? So there also I had, got the same salary, like 45 to 48, or max cover was 50, like. So 47, 48 was like, my range. So I think the very first offer he made was around 45, and thanks to again those sessions where they stretch on that negotiation part of it. So though I was very reluctant, because I didn't have any other. This was the first offer I got. I was like, should I go? Should I do or should I not? Should I do or should I not? But then you asked not to show any excitement and all those things. So I took time, and then I went ahead with that thing. Negotiation, and it worked. So 48 point whatever 5 now. So I think it whatever the number I had in my mind, it reached. So I'm glad. with other perks and benefits, with free cab and close to, I think it is more than what I expected. So yes, of course, I have already started recommending. But how many people will actually sign up to paying a hefty amount? Because see, like me, they will also be skeptical, right? Even with 20 years, 30 years of experience, also Priyanka, like they want things to happen for free. They fail to understand that things are not like how we switched our jobs 10 years or 5 years down the line. It's not the same anymore, because there the screening used to happen by a human. Now it is no more happening by a human. So that people are trying to not able to understand. And for as I told you, they will be learning 40 lakh, 50 lakh, but still when you talk about 80,000, hey, no, I mean, like, why should I pay? That is very difficult. But then I usually take half an hour session whenever I call someone. Hey, this is how it works nowadays. Whatever you apply, nothing will go through that thing, because it's all ATS enabled. Unless you have those keywords, nothing is going to work like that. But then everyone is not you know cannot make such bold decisions, na? I think I never interacted with anyone else apart from you. I mean, I didn't have to face that stage only. Like, if I had any dissatisfaction, or if I was not getting a call after 3, 4, 5 weeks also, maybe I would have reached out to Richik or someone else, but I didn't have to face that, right? Like, at the very early, I mean, whatever, you remember when you asked me to do that thing, I had already got the call and asked you, hey, you give me the next steps. I want to go through that. We had not even come to that stage. Our resume was also not ready. I started attending interview. So you also didn't wait for that. Like when I told I have a call tomorrow, so you gave me all the materials. So I think apart from that intern Tanvi, right? That too, there was no like personal connect. It was just to I just gave the credentials and all those things. But apart from you, I don't think anyone else was required. I interacted with anyone else. So all the credit goes to you, 100%.